After getting exactly 0 picks right wild card weekend, I bounced back in divisional round weekend. Now it's time for Championship Sunday. Welcome to Billievers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this Pick'em edition of Billievers Talk. Guys, hard to believe, but this is the second to last Pick'em video of this season. After Championship Sunday, the only meaningful game left will be, of course, Super Bowl Sunday, the first Sunday in February. Before we get into my picks, however, I'll remind everyone, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. I know that the Bills season's long over, but that does not mean we will not continue to bring you Buffalo Bills and Buffalo sports news. So hit that subscribe button. After you hit that subscribe button, you can hit that notification bell. We'll notify you when we post new content. So make sure you hit that notification bell, like this video, and leave a comment. Let me know who you guys have winning this Sunday, Championship Sunday. Guys, last week obviously did a lot better than Wild Card Weekend. Wild Card Weekend, I went 0 for 4 as far as picks. I went 1 for 3 against the spread. Last weekend, I go 3-1, both against the spread and straight up. Going straight up, I lose out on that Tennessee game, but I picked them to cover the spread. However, I also picked the Texans to cover the spread, and they did not. So went 3-1 against the spread as well. So here we are, Championship Sunday. We got 2 games going on. The first game, the Tennessee Titans go into Kansas City. How about those Tennessee Titans upsetting Baltimore and really never leaving it in doubt? They pretty much controlled the game the whole way through, really dominating from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, and giving Baltimore no hope in winning that game. Lamar Jackson still played really well. However, he did have some costly turnovers in that game as well. And they go up against the Kansas City Chiefs. And you want to talk about high-powered offense, guys. They were down to Houston 24-0 in the second quarter. They were ahead by halftime, 28-24, going on to a 51-31 victory. They outscored the Houston Texans 51-7 after the Texans went up 24-0. Just unbelievable. Haven't seen anything like it. Patrick Mahomes breaking records and doing things that have never been done before in the NFL, so you have to give him credit there. Then the late game, the 6:40 game, you have to look at the NFC side of things, and you have the Green Bay Packers going up against the San Francisco 49ers. The Green Bay Packers coming off an impressive win against the Seattle Seahawks, a game that was in Lambeau Field, cold weather. However, you look at Aaron Rodgers, just got the job done. And that running attack, no one's talking about Jones, and that running attack looked really good last week. And then you have the San Francisco 49ers coming in as the #1 seed. Everyone's talking about Green Bay. Everyone's talking about every other team in the NFC. Few people were talking about San Fran coming into this year. Here they are, the #1 seed, still being underrated, and they looked really good against Minnesota. That San Fran defense really shut down the Minnesota Vikings. At one point in the fourth quarter, the Vikings only had 5 first downs in the entire game. So that's how impressive that defense was, winning that game, shutting out the Vikings in the second half. So when you look at the first game, the AFC game is going to start at 3:05 Eastern time on Sunday. You have the Tennessee Titans going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, they did play in the regular season, and the Tennessee Titans did come away with a slim victory. And they looked really good, and you have to give them a little bit of a boost here. Really hot coming into this game. They beat the defending Super Bowl champions in the Patriots. They beat the AFC #1 seed in the Baltimore Ravens. Can they go into Kansas City and do the same thing? This would not be the first time a 6th seed has made it to the Super Bowl. It didn't happen for the longest time, but then Baltimore did it, the Giants did. There were a couple teams that have done it since, but can the Tennessee Titans do it in this spot in Kansas City, going up against one of the high-power offenses that we've ever seen? Again, a team that scored 51 points in 3 quarters. We know that Andy Reid has a tough time winning conference championship games, only 1-4 all time, going 1 for 3 when he was with the Eagles, and 0 for 1 losing last year to the Patriots in the AFC Championship. Can they finally get over that hump and get to the Super Bowl for the AFC? Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are 7.5-point favorites. I think that's a huge spread. Guys, Championship Sunday is my favorite Sunday of the year. You got 2 great games going on, 2 teams that have or 4 teams that have really earned their spot, have proven that they're the best of the best, kind of like the Final Four, if you will, of these teams. And it always becomes a great weekend to watch football. I always say that, or a great Sunday to watch football. I always say that division round weekend is the best weekend in sports. Then championship Sunday is the best Sunday in sports. And then the Super Bowl is the best game to watch. But I really look at this game and say 7.5 points is a lot. And if you look at both games are 7.5 point spreads right now, as San Fran's also favored by 7.5 against the Green Bay Packers. But 7.5 points is a lot of points to give up. I remember Tennessee won this game earlier this season. So I look at Tennessee and I think they can cover the spread. Again, I think they're the type of team, they're going to take some shots early in this game. That's what they did against New England. That's what they did against Baltimore. Probably, I mean, they want to come out and get the lead. And if Kansas City gets off to that slow start like they did against Houston, they're going to get the lead, right? The only difference is Houston's then going to pound you, right? They're going to take Derrick Henry and they're going to pound the ball. They're going to give you less possessions than you would normally have, and they're going to keep that running attack going. Derrick Henry had over 100 yards last time these guys played. Derrick Henry's on a tear in the league right now. I think he had over 180 yards in both the wild card playoff game against the Patriots and last week against the Baltimore Ravens. I expect Derrick Henry to have another big game. Will that be enough for the Tennessee Titans to beat the Kansas City Chiefs? I don't think so. I think Patrick Mahomes, Hunt, Kelsey, you have a lot of weapons there on the Kansas City side of the ball. And one thing that's not talked about a lot with that Kansas City win is the special teams. Special teams created some points in that game. Now, they also gave away some points, so that's something to watch on both sides of the ball. But the Kansas City Chiefs special teams created points in that game, and I think if they do that here, then they're going to win in a landslide like they did last week. However, I think the Tennessee Titans keep this one close. They cover a 7.5 point spread. But I do like the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game, moving on to the Super Bowl, representing the AFC side, that the first Sunday in February in the Super Bowl. So then you go to that 6:40 Eastern Standard Time game on Sunday. That's the Green Bay Packers traveling to San Fran to play the San Francisco 49ers. Again, a lot of people underestimating what this 49ers team can do, and now they're proving everyone wrong. I want to see them prove everyone wrong at least one more time here as the Green Bay Packers, led by Aaron Rodgers and that rushing attack, come into town. Can it happen? Again, a 7.5 point spread. I don't like either 7.5 point spread in this game. I think Green Bay at least covers this spread and wins and covers there at the 7.5. So give me Green Bay to cover the 7.5. But when you look at this game, I just see San Fran's defense coming up huge. San Fran suffocated Green Bay when they played in their regular season game, and it wasn't even close from the beginning to the end. So I like San Fran in this game, just like they won in the previous matchup in the regular season. I think they're going to suffocate Aaron Rodgers, try to force some 3rd and longs in this game, and really get some pressure and hopefully force some mistakes by Aaron Rodgers. Now, if you know Aaron Rodgers, you know that he's not going to make a lot of mistakes. So when he does, if he does, the 49ers do have to capitalize. But I think that the 49ers can do that. This is a home game for San Fran. I think that's huge to have home field advantage in this situation. Last thing you want to do is go to Green Bay in this type of game. And to be honest, I think in this game, NFC Championship game, I would give it to whoever the home team is. So for that reason, I like the San Francisco 49ers. Give me the Packers to cover the spread. I think this one's going to be close. Aaron Rodgers will not let his team go into San Fran and be destroyed. But at the same time, give me the 49ers to win this game, giving us a San Francisco 49ers versus Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl. Should be a fun one to watch. I think this weekend's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, Championship Sunday. It's probably one of my favorite Sundays of the year. You're talking about 2 great games, 4 great teams. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Remember, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, guys, hit that subscribe button and like this video. Let me know what you think about my picks. Let me know what your picks are. Here we are, guys. Unfortunately, the season's winding down. If you're a Bills fan, our season's been over for a little bit now. But again, I'm going to keep you covered on breaking Buffalo Bills news. So after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell. Again, Believers Talk teaming up with BewareTheStampede.com. Even in the offseason, go to BewareTheStampede.com for continual new Buffalo Bills information. And remember, Jeremy has started a podcast over there, so you want to check out that podcast, go over there. It's a great listen, so make sure you do that. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this Pick'em edition of Believers Talk. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.